Hi everybody, how are you today? So today I'm going to talk about lavender and all the ways that I use it around my home and on my kids and on my husband, or how he uses it, and even on your pets. I don't know if any of you guys know that it's considered to be the Swiss Army knife of all the oils. So that just translates into hundreds of, if not thousands of uses of lavender. This is my go-to oil. So when in doubt, lavender. When I first started using oils and I wasn't sure what to use, I just used lavender. And if you check your resource material, so your oily resources, whatever book you may have, I have several recommendations that I make that I like to use. You will see that lavender is listed a lot in that book. So as you can see, I have three bottles right now, and I actually have two more hiding in my house somewhere. It is a bad day around here when we run out of lavender. It's happened once, and it will never happen again. I promised myself, promised my family. We use it in so much stuff. Just walking around the house, gathering things for this little brief class I was gonna do. It looked like an episode of Hoarders up here. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna have my fake little tree and a couple things, but I promise I will tell you all the ways that we use it. And I'm sure I'll think of several after I record this, because that's how it always happens that I didn't include, but I'm gonna do my best. So I hope that this helps you, and I hope it helps you to have all of these in one spot. You may find different recipes floating around on usage pages, on Pinterest. You might read it somewhere, but it's helpful just to have it all in one spot of the many ways that you can use lavender in your life. So first way, let's talk about diffusing. I love to use lavender when I am trying to get my household to chill out. Anybody relate? So that's nap time, that's before bedtime, that's right after my husband gets home, just trying to calm the house down if I'm trying to get dinner on the stove, or even bedtime throughout the night. So having your diffuser next to your bed. I have a really great tip that my friend Beth told me about with her kids to help with transition time. She will diffuse lavender, and this can really work with any scent or any oil that you like to use, but we like to use lavender because it's relaxing. And she uses it at the same time every day before naps and before bedtime to help with that transition time. So now, after being in that routine, her kids know when they start to smell lavender, their bodies automatically start to calm down and get ready or prepare themselves for bed, which that's pretty cool. So that's a great tip, just how your sense of smell can do that. That's so powerful. And for any of you that don't know, diffusing, anytime you're inhaling these oils, they're hitting the limbic system of your brain, which is where your emotions are housed. So that's very powerful. And it also affects the brain in helping with relaxation, with sleep, with all sorts of things. So when I talk about lavender, I'm sure the first thing that comes to mind is relaxation. You've all seen the parts of the Bath and Body shops where the spa section, where everything's like lavender. I always want to whisper in those sections, like, okay, lavender linen spray or pillow mist, I think I even in the class, my first class I went to that actually taught, she was talking about lavender, and I was like, I have the linen spray, I'm good. Which we all know, if it's in one of those stores, yes, it smells good, and it might make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside when you go to bed, but it's not, there's no medicinal value to it. So it's not going to help your brain calm down. It's not going to help you help with those sleep cycles or whatever you're trying to use it for to achieve at that time of night. And let me say this too before I get into this as far as sleep and using it to relax. Oils in general affect everybody differently. So everyone has a different constitution. So you've probably heard me say in other videos I've done, lavender knocks my husband out. It just kind of relaxes me. But overall, it's a relaxing oil. So hopefully it will do that to you on some point of the spectrum. But you just have to experiment with different ways of using it to see how it helps and how, how it benefits you. So diffusing. We diffuse in our children's room at night. I like to use lavender. We switch off with several other oils. You can put other oils with lavender. Stress Away is really good. Second way we like to use lavender at night is on our pillowcases. So you can take a couple drops, put it on the palm of your hand. Don't dump it on your pillowcase. Please don't do that. We learned that the hard way. But you put a couple drops in your hand, and then you just spread it over your pillowcase. My husband is a tummy sleeper, so the whole night he's just inhaling the lavender. And he's even said he used to get up at night to use the restroom, and when he'd get back, he wouldn't be able to fall back asleep. But since he started doing that, he's been able to fall right to bed. So that's really how it affects him that way. So that's just a great little tip about the pillowcase. On that note too, you can also make a linen spray. So this is a real legit linen spray, not the stuff that you get at other stores, right? And I will have all the recipes, so everything I talked about, I will have the recipe in the file that's on my usage page. And if this is on anyone else's usage page, they will have the recipe in that file as well. Linen spray, sheet spray, pillow mist, whatever you want to call it. So I just mix a little bit of this up. If you don't want to use it straight on your hands and put it on your pillow, you can mist your pillow, mist your sheets. You can do it on your kids' sheets, your baby sheets. Great gift. Leave it in your guest room for when your guests come to stay and they can do their sheets. Let them relax a little bit more. I don't know. This is a great gift. Relaxation in a bottle. Give it to your teachers, kids' teachers. And the reason why I said room spray, it's labeled room spray. So by day, it's a room spray in my bathroom because I really love the smell of lavender. By night, it's a sheet spray. Good little tip there. Okay, topical application. So I'm telling you all the ways that we use lavender. We don't do all of these things every single night. Some of my kids don't have lavender diffuser, lavender topically, lavender on the sheet. We interchange these things, and we have other oils that we use at night, and we'll do something different throughout the week. But I just want to tell you all the ways that you can use them at night. So topically, my 8-month-old Sydney, I like to put about a teaspoon to a tablespoon of carrier oil on the palm of my hand, and then I'll do a drop of lavender, and I will give her a body massage right before bed, right before I put her in her PJs. I pay attention to, I make sure I get the spine, her spine, because that's a Vitaflex point, and then I'll get the bottoms of her feet. And the one thing obviously you want to keep in mind is when you're putting oils on the bottoms of your kids' feet, put socks over, so that they're not touching their feet and then touching their eyes and their face. Just go ahead and put socks over. She has footy pajamas, so that's never a problem. And then I make sure I get it on her chest so that she's smelling it throughout the night. So that's really great if we're talking about babies. My toddler, London, she's 2, and I actually put a drop neat down her spine. So neat means undiluted. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say, guys, this is what I do for my family. You do what makes you comfortable. So if you want to dilute heavily, and you can even start off that way until you know how the oil reacts on your child's skin. Lavender is a very mild oil, so I'm comfortable doing that. But you do what makes you comfortable when it comes to dilution. And then for my husband and I, we put the lavender on the bottom of our big toes. So the bottoms of your feet, I'm sure you hear a lot of people putting oils on the bottoms of their feet. They have something called Vitaflex points. If you're familiar with reflexology, every area on the bottom of your feet, different parts are connected to specific organs or organ systems throughout your body. So the bottom of your big toe is the Vitaflex point for your brain. So sleepy time oils, there's several others outside of lavender, but we're talking about lavender here. We put this on the bottom of our big toe. Try it. It's awesome. Okay, so that's another great way topically to apply lavender. Okay, you can also make a bedtime cream. So if you want to stretch your oils, you don't want to use them neat, you don't want to put a couple of drops on your pillow, you don't want to put a drop on your kid every night, you want it to stretch, you can make a cream with coconut oil. So you could do like 1/4 of a cup and do like 25 drops of lavender, stir it up, and then you could give a nice little rub down to your kids or your husband before bed. You could even use a roller bottle. So I know when I first started doing this, I used a roller bottle. It's pretty neat. It has a roller fitment on the top. You do what makes you comfortable as far as dilution is concerned. I think I started with 25 drops of essential oil, filled the rest with carrier oil, and then I would just roll on her at night. So I'd roll down her spine, roll the bottoms of her feet. You could get creative and put other sleepy time oils in here, but for the sake of lavender, you could just do lavender as well. That's another great way for topical application. Bath salts. Oh my gosh. I totally had these on the back shelf forever. I just didn't put much weight behind them. I had honestly, and I'm being completely transparent when I say this, I always saw bath salts in like the cheap stores, and I figured, well, okay, oh, they smell nice. You know, like they smell nice when you put them in your bathtub, you know, but what do they really do? Well, when you use Young Living essential oils, you are going to reap the benefits of that oil. And I like to say tenfold, because the pores of your skin, if you're in a warm bathtub, they're open. And so your body is just taking in those oils, and it is the most relaxing experience. So, bath salts. I keep a thing of bath salts next to my bathtub. This is Epsom salt. Obviously, you can put a little bit of baking soda in here. It helps with the water, to balance the water. If you have hard water, it helps with that. If you have well water, you don't have to worry about that. And then you would just add lavender to your bath salts. You could do, for this, I think I did about 8 drops in here. I know some people will keep like a big jar with a lid and a scoop, and they'll just take a big scoop, put a couple drops of lavender, and then put it in their bathtub. It's an awesome way of relaxing. Definitely try it. Do it with your children. Oh my gosh, it's amazing for them. Do it with your children, especially before bed. Body wash. So now that we're talking about the bathtub, let's talk about body wash. So I make our body wash, and it's the same for the whole family. And actually for my kids, it's what I use to wash their hair as well. So it has lavender because they get their baths before they go to sleep, and so I like to include lavender in there. You can include other things, you can get creative, but I'm just telling you this is how I like to use my lavender, and I've done different flavors, I guess you could say, from that. So body wash, I like to use Castile soap. This is Dr. Bronner's. This is a must-have. Must-have in your little oily cabinet. There's different fragrances, I'd like to say, although they're not artificial. Dr. Bronner's is pretty natural. I still like to get the unscented. Baby unscented is what it is. And then it's got coconut oil, got a couple other really awesome things, but that's another great way I like to use. Our lavender is body wash, and my husband and I use the same body wash as well. The recipe I'm referring to, it will make like 2 big bottles that should last for a while. Okay, so you've had your bath and your bath salts and your body wash, and now it's time for your face cream at night. Holy moly, love my face cream. And it's totally empty right now. This is embarrassing. Like, you can see where my finger marks have scraped this out. I've got to make more tonight. But this is just 1/4 cup of coconut oil, and it has, I'm trying to remember, it has frankincense in it as well, but it also has lavender. Frankincense is phenomenal for skin. Anti-aging in a bottle, I will say, definitely. But you could, and frankincense comes in the starter kit as well. Later on in the week, I will talk about frankincense. But this has lavender. Lavender is phenomenal for all things skin. I will touch on that in a second. Anything skin related. It is just the way it can help to regenerate, cell regeneration. It's phenomenal. So I like to use it at night on my face. My carrier of choice is coconut oil. For some people that might be too greasy on your face, so you could do something a little lighter, maybe a jojoba oil or avocado oil. You can make a serum instead of a cream, but love to use lavender on my face at night. Okay, oh, this is a great tip. Mascara. This is so cool. I know when I first heard about this, I didn't believe it at first, but wait until you do it. So you take 2 drops, 1 to 2 drops, and you put it in your tube of mascara. And it helps to promote lash growth. It extends the life of mascara, and it strengthens and volumizes your lashes. So just try it. And it's really cool because you can smell it kind of throughout the day. I don't know how it works, but it's like diffuser on your lashes. But that's a really neat way of using your lavender as well. Oh, love this, love this, love this. Chapstick. I don't know if any of you guys have made your own chapsticks, but do it. It is the most cost-effective thing, and it's non-toxic. They make great gifts. I mean, you will have a life supply for your family for the next year just with 1 batch. I think I made, this is from like 2 years ago when I started. I've only made it through like 2 tubes, and I made 8 or 9 at the time. So lavender, this one is lavender and orange, but you could definitely just do lavender, especially through the winter months and the summer months. In the summer, I like to use lavender and carrot seed. So carrot seed has a natural SPF, which is really great for the sun. So yes, I have lavender in my chapstick, and I will post that recipe as well. Okay, remember how it said it was great for all things skin. Anything skin related, period. Anything. When in doubt, just throw it in with some coconut oil and put it wherever you need it, right? Although I do like to use it neat if there's something specific on my body that I'm trying to address. I keep it in my purse. It goes everywhere with me. I keep a bottle of this in my purse. My kids, if they happen to fall, they'll come and get me, and they ask for their lols. They can't say oils, they say lols, or Lennon says lols. And I will apply this if they fall. If I happen to pull something out of the oven and my arm catches the oven, I will reach for my lavender. If I'm outside and bugs are everywhere and I happen to be getting eaten up, I'll reach for my lavender. Yes, and like I said, you can use it on your face. Oh my gosh, I can't even, anything. You bump into a door, use your lavender. Okay, I'm sure you're getting my point. Use your lavender for skin stuff. Great for all of it. Oh, my other favorite way in the summer is, you know how you've been in the sun all day? Thank goodness I have blue walls, because if they were white, you wouldn't see me. So this is my best friend in the summer, because me out in the sun all day, I'm trying to be really good about wearing lots, like a high SPF, and actually make my own sunscreen. But sometimes I'm not, I get kind of distracted and I don't apply as much as often as I need to. And by the end of the day, I can be a little crispy. Well, lavender to the rescue. So you can make a spray. You could put it with coconut oil, or you could put it neat if you'd like, and it totally saves the day. Totally saves the day. There's other recipes. There's a recipe that I'll put up with it's called Sun Soothing Spray, but this is great for that. So let's talk about pets. How many of you guys have pets that you would love to use oils on? Lavender is really great. You can put it in the palm, put a couple drops in the palm of your hand. You can use carrier oil if you'd like, and then you just pet their fur down. So your dog, I'm going to talk about dogs here. Pet your dog down the center, like along his spine, and their hair follicles will actually pull the oil down into their skin, which is pretty remarkable, and diffuse around them. You will see a difference, or you might see a difference. I know there's several stories in my team of people when they diffuse lavender, they notice that their dogs will fall asleep at their feet, or it's just very relaxing. Try during thunderstorms if your dogs are like kind of crazy during that time. Try that with lavender, okay? So it's a great stress relief, and it's also good for their skin too. So you can use this on them, you know, just like you would on yourself. Okay, another great thing, or probably a majority of people on my team love lavender for this reason, and particularly in Virginia, seasonal changes. You know, the changing of seasons, trying to stay above the wellness line, all that fun stuff that happens when you're trying to stay above the wellness line. This is going to be your oil. So that's a swipe in the cheek, that's a dab in your nose, a couple drops in a teaspoon of honey. You could even put this in a veggie capsule. Young Living sells empty veggie capsules. You can make yourself a capsule. I will say my favorite combo for this, and this it's kind of notoriously known, it's called LLP, or lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Now, obviously, I'm going to cover those two later on in the week. They are in the premium starter kit. But for this, you know, changing of seasons, that is my most recommended combo: lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Those three in a capsule, those three on honey, those three in a roller bottle with carrier oil that you're applying throughout the day, behind your ears, down your neck, on your chest, on the bottoms of your feet. Those three in the diffuser at night, just so you're waking up feeling great. I can't say enough about lavender and then that combo of oils for that time of season. Okay. Oh, so that time of season too, sometimes you're trying to keep your eyes free and clear. Lavender's awesome for that, guys. I can't tell you how many times I've thought that maybe my kids, they're waking up and their eyes are starting to fall below the wellness line, and I'm a little concerned. Dilute lavender, put it on the bridge of your nose, on your eyebrows, okay? And then you could even put it right here. So just as a guide, you're gonna wanna follow the, what's this called? Eye socket. I'm sorry guys, I'm really tired. I'm probably missing words left and right. Okay, just the outline of your eye right here, you can feel obviously. Never, 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 never drop oils in your eyes. That's one of the things we teach about safety in our classes. You never want to drop oils in your ear or in your eye. However, you can use around your eye and on the bridge of your nose to affect the eye and to benefit the eye and the health of the eye. And it is phenomenal. So if you're noticing anything off with your eyes, lavender diluted, it might sting a little, but it's amazing. Okay. Okay, let's talk about focus. So one of the questions I get a lot of times from a lot of people, and I'm one of them, I love this question because I can say, ooh, I can help you answer that question. Focus, right? Who has problems with focus? I know I do. So my favorite blend has lavender in it, but I feel like I need to share it with you if that's something that you're trying to address. It's lavender, cedarwood, and vetiver, and I will put that recipe on the file. But lavender plays a key role in that blend, and so I just wanted to let you know that is one of the key ways that you can address that, is using that blend. So be encouraged with that. That's something that I put in a roller bottle, and I just will apply throughout the day as needed. Okay, now let's talk about things around the house. So this one's for my daughter. Hair detangler. She wakes up every morning with a rat's nest. That's the best way to describe it. I don't know how else to describe it other than a rat's nest. I pick her up from preschool, she still has the rat's nest. So I recently discovered this hair detangler recipe, which has lavender in it. It has lavender, orange, and rosemary. And orange and rosemary, they're outside the premium starter kit, but they're actually inexpensive oils. So, and there's a lot of other great uses that you can use them for. Now, I've had people that will just use lavender. You can just use lavender and it'd be great in this recipe. My friend Lori talks about how she will just use a drop of lavender in her hair and it helps with, keeping her hair tangle free as well. Hand soap. So right now I actually have thieves in here, which you could make lavender foaming hand soap. And this is a foaming dispenser. Here, I'll do it just for, okay, oh good, I have a towel. See, how cool is that, right? You can make your own hand soap. Your kids will love it because it's foaming and it's exciting and they can help you make it. For any of you that really love lavender and you want to make lavender hand soap, maybe in the spring, that might be really nice. You can even mix it with another oil, which might be fun. So it's just, like I said, the Dr. Bronner's. You fill it a third of the way in your container. You add lavender. I'd like to add about 8 to 10 drops given the size of your container. You could put a little bit of carrier oil, so a little bit of almond oil or olive oil or fractionated coconut oil, whatever you have in there, just a little bit so that to help keep your hands moisturized, and then you fill the rest with water. And then every time you wash your hands, it smells like lavender. Okay, so that's a really great way. Wool dryer balls. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of them, and I obviously forgot to bring them up here. They're down in my laundry room, but they will actually help to reduce the dryer time, which is great because it saves you money. But you can also put essential oils on the wool dryer balls, and you can get them on Amazon. I'll put the link in the file, but you can put the lavender on the wool dryer balls, and it will help to naturally scent your clothes while they're drying. So that's a really great tip. Okay, and I'm gonna wrap up, guys, but last but not least, cooking. So why would you want to cook with lavender? I know I always thought that until I tried some of the recipes with lavender. So the first one is lavender cream cheese dip, lavender cream cheese dip. I was very reluctant at first, but this is seriously one of my favorite recipes with oils, and it's just cream cheese, maple syrup, and I think it's 1 drop of lavender, and then I will serve it with fruit, fresh strawberries, or even a sweet bread like banana bread, and it is to die for. It's very different. So if you're trying to stick out, it is a very unique dish, but it's definitely, I mean, it's delicious. It's something great that might be fun in the spring at a shower that you might be throwing, or Mother's Day. And then there's lavender lemonade. So homemade lemonade with a drop of lavender. You could even pair that with like an orange vodka if you want to be really creative and have fun with it. Those are the 2 things that I've made cooking with lavender. So I am looking over just to make sure I didn't miss anything, and I'm sorry if this is so long, but I just wanted to tell you guys a couple ways, or more than a couple ways, that I use lavender. I hope this helps you. Oh, I did forget something. Sorry, I'm totally backtracking, but I have to tell you this one. These 2, and I didn't even write them down. I'm sorry. I promise I'll be done after this. Diaper cream. So I make my own diaper cream. It's got lavender, geranium, and tea tree oil in it, but you could certainly just use lavender to start out if that's all you have, and then when you get on Essential Rewards, you can gradually add the oils that you need. This is my most favorite out of all my DIY recipes. This is like in the top 5. Love my diaper cream. And then this doubles as a skin cream. So if they have something going on somewhere else on their body, I'll just use this. And then I made my husband's beard balm. Woohoo! And I put lavender in it. So that's another great way. Okay, I'm done. I promise. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions, please ask below. And my other fellow oily friends, if I missed anything, please comment below so I can add it to the file. Okay? Have a good day, guys.